Howdy, this is PhantomStrider. That animation stuff's for chumps. Let's look at Brickamation. Did you know there's actually more than just a couple of LEGO movies? In reality, there's a truckload of these Brickamations that have been sitting under our noses for 15 years. I mean, obviously, some of them only exist to sell more LEGO playsets to kids, but others use their Brickamation style to give us immersive worlds and likable characters.
I can build a spaceship!
While also shamelessly selling LEGO playsets to kids. But LEGO's good fun, so let's check out the top 3 best and worst LEGO movies. And of course, just as much as ever, if you do like these movies, that's great. It's just my silly personal opinion. And even the worst of these LEGO movies are still childhood classics to many people. And none of these LEGO movies have particularly bad messages for kids, so take this list with a pinch of salt. Anyway, on to the countdown. The third worst LEGO movie is LEGO Justice League vs. Bizarro League. The word Bizarro, I never realized how annoying this word is until I said it, and heard the movie say it like 50 times. Even the narrator in the trailer seems to be hating himself for saying it.
LEGO Justice League vs. Bizarro League.
As far as LEGO movies go, Bizarro is certainly more on the watered-down filler variety. Rather than attempting to immerse us in the narrative or characters, it feels like I'm just watching someone play with a LEGO set. Even the cities feel empty and lifeless, as though they just filmed a chunk of the built playset.
Look, a monkey!
Both the DC heroes in the Bizarro League tend to mostly deliver flat jokes and personality-free cutouts of DC heroes, clearly conceived by sleep-deprived comic book writers. For example, the LEGO Batman in this movie is a far cry from the LEGO Batman we're used to.
I keep my friends close, and my enemies closer.
He's void of pretty much any character traits beyond being overly suspicious. The reason? Well, you know.
I'm Batman.
He's Batman, yeah. Justice League teams up with their Bizarro clones in order to beat Darkseid in his most generic form yet.
I will deal with them myself.
The action scenes feel listless, and there never feels like there's any real significant threat on the line. There's zero atmosphere in the scenery and zero tension in the story. They even package it with a LEGO Bizarro figurine. The whole LEGO Bizarro movie is the ideal example of a big flavorless LEGO commercial to try and sell LEGO toys. The third best LEGO movie is LEGO Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Out.
Hey!
Oh, this is just what I needed to see. Just like the Robot Chicken Star Wars parodies, this LEGO Star Wars movie's full of witty parodies on an alternative Star Wars timeline.
What's crucial here is the element of surprise.
All the way through this LEGO Star Wars movie, I was just feeling cheery and laughing heartily. Frankly, I was just intrigued hearing the plot. Luke's trying to go on a secret mission, but he can't stay in secret on his mission because he keeps getting chased by fans.
I'm a Jedi in training! We're blocked, R2. 3PO, I need your help finding a way off this street.
After all, Luke's a celebrity after blowing up the Death Star. There's no complex narrative being attempted here, but we get treated to very clever, very affectionate, and very funny writing for a pleasant romp through the Star Wars universe.
Watto, my old master. It's me, Anakin Skywalker.
Annie?
What I like about these alternative Star Wars universes is characters like Vader are 100 times more likable than they ever were in the prequels. Frankly, Anakin's treated more like a real person who screws up occasionally.
Calm down. Use the Force.
I'll show that yellow-eyed bully. Use the Force. Use the Force.
I can comfortably say I enjoyed this LEGO Star Wars movie far more than I ever enjoyed the prequels. I 100% recommend The Empire Strikes Out.
You're all under arrest.
Oh my stars, Han shot first.
Of course I did. It was me or him. Why wouldn't I?
That is a subject of some debate.
And the second worst LEGO movie is the LEGO Ninjago movie. This is probably my most controversial choice for this list, and I do understand if you personally enjoy it. And honestly, I really wanted to like this movie. I mean, it has a Jackie Chan cameo, but the LEGO Ninjago movie just felt so much like a cookie-cutter teenage drama to me.
You called me.
Hang on a second, let me...
must have butt dialed you.
And even when the movie isn't trying to take itself seriously, I don't like the dialogue or the jokes, they just seem to fall flat.
The ultimate weapon.
It's like a teenage soap opera dressed up in Lego with Power Rangers mixed in. And that may be what some people were looking for. But the previous two theatrical Lego movies set my expectations so much higher. I was expecting something self-aware, smart, and something with substance for all ages. I think part of where Ninjago movie falls flat for me is I just don't like the characters. To me, the main character Lloyd felt like an obvious mold of the average teenage high school loner. But unbeknownst to the town, he's actually a superhero. A secret ninja superhero. What a twist!
Ninja team, shout out your call sign.
And characters like Lloyd's dad, Garmadon, just feel sporadic and meandering in their delivery. Even by the halfway point, I was finding him pretty irredeemably self-absorbed.
You ruined my life.
How could I ruin your life? I wasn't even there.
Will Lloyd and his dad, Garmadon, reconcile and be father and son again? Well, what do you think? The other problem is that the dialogue just doesn't have that elegance and wit that I've expected from the previous Lego movies.
Where are your little ninja nerd? Where are your little ninja nerds?
Looks like you need a lesson in learning how to shut your stupid face.
The problem is many of us know these characters and tropes before our rears have even warmed the seats. And when I talk to fans of this movie, many tend to admit, yeah, it's got its flaws, but they like it anyway. And that's a very mature perspective to take on it. But personally, I couldn't get into the jokes, the characters, the fight scenes, or the dialogue. And the second best Lego movie is the Lego Batman movie.
Computer overcompensate. Who has the coolest gadgets?
It's quite an age we live in, isn't it? Where a Lego Batman movie is more clever, self-aware, insightful, funny, and engaging than its $250 million counterpart. I'm sorry, I just don't think I'll ever forgive what a bad movie Batman vs. Superman was. God, it stunk. This is what I call a multi-layered Batman movie. While this Batman is silly, campy, and flashy enough to entertain the kids, he's at the same time relatable to all ages in his personal challenges. Things as simple as loneliness, struggling to make friends outside of work. And it can convey Batman's loneliness without a word said to us. For example, the microwave scene. I distinctly remember the microwave scene even now because you can so succinctly feel Bruce Wayne's loneliness and isolation. And again, he's made of Lego. Bruce Wayne would obviously be lonely, but it's done in a funny and silly way at the same time. And all the way through, the movie's chock-a-block full of affectionate Batman references from practically every Batman movie since the 1960s.
I've seen you go through similar phases in 2016 and 2012 and 2008 and 2005 and 1997 and 1995 and 1992 and 1989 and that weird one in 1966.
And every single character is a delight. I like the Joker and Batgirl and Alfred. Gotham is packed with atmosphere, yet it's refreshingly colorful at the same time. The Lego Batman movie is just enjoyably ludicrous. I never would have guessed 10 years ago that we would be in an age where the Lego Batman movie is one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. And before we get to number one, let's go through some quick honorable mentions. The Adventures of Clutch Powers. Oh, I can't make fun of this one, and it's honestly a solid effort. Sure, Clutch feels a hair too similar to Indiana Jones, but Clutch ended up being a childhood classic for many people. I find a lot of people associate this movie with pleasant childhood memories and warmth, and I can't fault that. This movie's atmosphere is too much of a road down memory lane for me to dislike it. Lego DC Superhero Girls. Brain Drain. It's, well, it's
Some of these are still frozen in the middle!
I'm torn on this one. On one hand, I love seeing an all-female cast and want to encourage more movies like this, particularly for kids. But the problem is that it's really goofy. These superheroes honestly feel far more intriguing and interesting to me than the Lego Ninjago crew ever did. And clearly the voice actors for this one were having a lot of fun.
Oh, I won't be stopped that easily. Kryptonites, come to me!
Like Tara Strong as Harley Quinn is just something you have to hear to believe. I actually recommend this one. I kinda wish this one did fit into a best and worst list though, so I had an excuse to talk about it. Bionicle. This is another of those very first LEGO movies. And frankly, the atmosphere is sensational for the time.
Their duty and their destiny I must shatter.
The scenery in Bionicles give off this real sense of alien and unknown. And for the early 2000s, this voice acting is really top notch. Back then, we just didn't take animation voice acting as seriously, yet alone for a LEGO movie. Anyway, on to the number ones. And the number one worst LEGO movie is LEGO Scooby-Doo Blowout Beach Bash. Yes, you heard me correctly. There's a LEGO Scooby-Doo movie. 3 of them.
Welcome, Ghost Pirates, to another episode of...
Of course this movie exists. Of course it does. Because for a second there, I thought there existed a category of entertainment which Scooby-Doo hadn't sold out on. Combine the two marketing conglomerates of LEGO and Warner Brothers. And what do you get? The most tedious snore of a sellout LEGO Scooby-Doo movie I could find. This must be the ultimate example of a sellout movie. No part of this movie is not trying to sell me something. And generic does not do justice to expressing how predictable and monotonous this story is. How do you possibly make Shaggy, Scooby-Doo, and the Mystery Crew any blander? Well, let's turn them into walking toy advertisements. You already know the story. You can literally glance at the box and know the full story. Scooby-Doo and the crew go down to the beach to have some fun. Hooray! But there are pirate ghosts on the beach that scared everyone away. Oh no, I wonder what's going to happen. Will it involve Scooby snacks and running away from ghosts?
2 Scooby snacks?
Yes, absolutely. Just give us the snacks. We'll do anything.
Will Shaggy and Scooby look for food in this movie?
Let's see if there's anything to eat in the ship's galley.
Will Scooby and Shaggy be scared of ghosts and run away? Oh look, yet another pirate chase scene. Joy. Even by Scooby-Doo sellout standards, this is among the most watered-down, boring, predictable Scooby-Doo movies I've seen. I mean, the animation budget's there, obviously, but it's soulless Brickamation with no substance behind it. LEGO Scooby-Doo Beach Party Bash is a formulaic direct-to-DVD bag of beans that's unsuccessfully attempted its way through a cow's digestive system. If you've got really young kids, it's probably going to entertain them. And like the other LEGO movies, there's no inherently harmful messages, except the excessive consumerism and marketing. But do we really want to give another pass to Warner's shameless selling out to kids? If you're a Scooby-Doo fan, and I mean a real fan, like you give your right arm to give him a Scooby snack, then maybe you'd enjoy this. Maybe. Personally, I consider LEGO Scooby-Doo Beach Party Bash Blowout the number 1 worst LEGO movie.
Where'd he go?
And surprising no one, the number 1 best LEGO movie is...
Oh my gosh, I love this song!
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when we're part of the team. Everything is awesome when we're living our dream.
I know it's a predictable choice, but the LEGO movie is like lightning in a bottle. It just worked so perfectly. As we watch Emmett's journey, every moment from the beginning to end of this movie is a rush.
Everything is awesome. Everything is awesome. Living our dream.
The songs are catchy, every scene is vibrant. The only problem with this movie is maybe it set the bar too high. We may never have another LEGO movie like it. You can tell a movie has brilliant writers when they manage to make Emmett, the most generic, average LEGO character in all of the LEGO world, a likable, charming, distinguished protagonist. But that's the thing, like the LEGO Batman movie, all the characters are likable and relatable. Wild's style is closed off but earnest. Batman just perfectly captures the public consciousness interpretation of modern Batman.
Darkness! It's about how I'm an orphan. First try.
Even Lord Business is just obsessed with perfection to the point of losing sight of what matters. Somehow, phenomenal characters, jokes, timing, and writing manage to turn the most rehashed plot you can imagine into something so enjoyable. And behind it all is some nice socio-political commentary that is never too overbearing.
There you go. That's $37.
Awesome!
And I can't overstate, this movie looks freaking beautiful. Seeing the waves of oceans and blocks on the big screen, the massive cities and skyscrapers, it's just amazing. The entire movie's a dazzling feast of multicolored Lego brought to life. Probably my favorite scene in the movie is where Emmett confronts Lord Business. But instead of fighting, he extends his hand and reasons with him. And then, in a moment of revelation, they both become heroes. Bad guys becoming good is one of my favorite tropes, and I'm really looking forward to the sequel coming out soon. I personally consider the Lego Movie the #1 best Lego movie. It's interesting that many of the Lego movies do a lot more than just being a kid-friendly rehash of the movies they're based on. Through insightful writing, graceful animation, and tongue-in-cheek self-awareness, many Lego movies create their own unique, playful, silly identities that is refreshing, welcoming, and a good laugh. And more often than not, the movies left me with a smile that manages to cross age barriers. And if you did like or dislike some of my choices, I'd love to hear what makes them special to you, or not so special. Or if you think I missed one, feel free to leave your own thoughts in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Everything is awesome.